lovelies. Here we are with Brea Kehr of Ridiculous Yarns. So, Brea, why don't you give us the tour here? So, tell us what we're looking at, because this looks amazing.
So this is my dye and mixture station. So all these colors are dyed. These are Dharma dyes, and then it's all organized. 1 through 70, 80, 90. So it's all organized to make sure these are actual dye powders. This is all mixtures. Of course, they're all closed up.
These are dye powders over here,
yep,
and then this is mix over here.
And a water dye ratio that I have.
And we are in your basement.
Yes.
So, and Brea's got yarn hanging up all over her basement. If y'all have been on her Instagram, you'll see her giant fan blowing, dyeing her stuff. And then she's got piles of undyed back here.
It's very messy.
Well, it's creative process.
Yeah, it's my packaging area too.
So, and then look, she's got bags of finished stuff. Everybody knows, like, artists and cleanliness, not that, like, uncluttered is not necessarily the same thing.
Yes.
So, here we go. So, look at all these pretty colors. What colorway is this?
This is corn maze.
Oh, look how pretty that is. And then this is the unicorn barf on mohair.
Slightly unicorn barf. I accidentally mixed 2 colors that weren't supposed to go together.
But it looks really cool.
It's very pretty though.
It's really pretty.
Happy accident.
Wow. It is a happy accident. Oh, man. So, and what else is going on down here?
So this is also where the drying station is too, and also organizing. This is pretty much where I hold a lot of my supplies. Underneath is other different dye bases that I keep in stock too, covered and placed. So this is basically just an inventory hold section along with yarn drying preparations, and also down here in the other side of this wall is where I do packaging. I'm on my computer doing paperwork and making sure everything's fine in terms of the websites.
So so here it's with all your dye stuff. So when you are dyeing, you mix everything down here.
Yes.
And then you bring it up to your kitchen to actually do the dye.
Yeah. So my morning routine is typically I wake up, have a cup of coffee, check online to see with orders. Most of the time the day before I pre-prep with any wholesales or any personal orders so that, by the time I wake up they're already soaked, so I just need to take them out as I dye. A lot of times I write my list of what dyes I need, I put them in those 2 buckets, and then I bring everything upstairs into the kitchen, and then that's when I start.
And where is your studio helper, your cat?
Oh, she's outside. She's enjoying the semi-decent weather.
Ah.
So she's probably a little scared right now because there's a new car in the backyard. So she's not going to be anywhere near this area.
Oh, cool. So, and then how long have you been dyeing, Brea?
Since 2016.
And how'd you start?
I was in college. I was in college going for my bachelor's degree in digital media arts, so that involved photography, filming, web coding, designing, all sorts of stuff. Just, a spider web of different things when it comes to online graphics and stuff. And then in the middle of my year of college, I always had an interest in knitting and yarn or crocheting. And just, unfortunately I got into a car accident that doctor told me to take 2 weeks off to relax. So that's when I decided this is time for me to try knitting. And from there, I knitted in front of my Spanish teacher, who actually introduced me to Lovelyarns to check out hand-dyed yarn. And once I entered into the shop, I realized there's more to it than just, buying yarn at Michael's. There's people that actually dye yarn to create colors. And from there, I took an interest in dyeing the yarn myself, just for fun, just for myself. As I, got down to what I actually like doing, how the technique, I decided, this is maybe something I want to venture into as, a fun little hobby to sell some yarn that I did. And take it to 2022. This is my full-time job.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's really, really amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that you are living the dream.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I never expected it. I thought I'd be behind a computer doing web coding or doing filming and stuff, but, I thoroughly enjoy dyeing yarn. It's like my canvas. I can create colors and explore, and I'm very happy to be doing it.
So, and you have a huge catalog of colorways.
Yes.
Do you have favorites?
My favorite is Butterfly Effect as of right now, just because of all the purples and blues, greens, along with a dash of pink. And the other one I would say is my favorite is Plentiful Bounty, and that's more of a yellow, orange, purple and blue mixture.
Those have both been selling really
Yes,
well at the shop.
Yeah, I would say they're our top favorite for a lot of people.
So, and then you've got new colors that you debuted at our store. You don't have any of them here, do you?
I have some minis I could show you.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yes.
Okay, look at these. So these are minis of your new colorways that you just released. And I think we got them first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to tell us about all of these?
So this colorway is called Butterfly Bush. When I looked at it, it reminded me of this butterfly bush my mom used to have, where all these little, butterflies, bees, all sorts of, creatures come into the plants. And then this one is Flamingo. Just reminds you of the pinks and oranges. My boyfriend also said the flamingo reminds me of, what we represent in Maryland as the pink flamingo. This is morning vibes, where, you wake up, the sun's rising, you have a cup of coffee, and then this one is called Gem.
I love this. I've been looking at this all week at the shop, and I'm loving this. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I need to make a sweater out of that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Gem, because of all the colors,
all the different colors, how, I didn't think this green would work well with the yellow, but it's coming together really nice, and the speckles of this dark gray has really helped complementing it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the speckle action on it really makes it pop. So, and you've got new colorways planned out, pretty far in advance.
Oh yeah.
So how far out do you plan your colorways?
Usually at the beginning of the year, typically I will I'll sit down and write colors that I have an interest in, try it out, and then see a yes or no's and go from there. This past December, I decided to dye almost all the colors that I have written down in my little cookbook. And I have planned out for the next probably 3 years 4 new colors for each season.
That's a lot.
It's very much a lot.
So you do keep a dye book with careful notes?
I do. It's like my special sauce recipe. So if it ever gets lost, I'll be in big trouble. So I always have a backup too, to write everything out just in case that anything was to happen to that book.
And so have you noticed problems getting materials with COVID, with the supply chain issues?
Yes. I dealt with a little bit of a shortage with getting certain bases that I use for my yarn. Also deal with a lot of dyes that have been out for a couple months, so that's been an issue, and to my knowledge the supplier is probably short on the materials to make that dye, so it's been a little struggle there. So a couple colorways aren't back into what's available, so I'm always trying to adjust and create colors that have dyes that have been more available and ready.
So, and then you've got some yarn drying behind you.
Yeah, that's extras that I when I make notes of what to put into my bins the day prior, those were just extra, little minis that I didn't need.
So you guys, so this is when you walk down into Brea's basement layer of dyeing. You see all these gorgeous yarns hanging up, and she's got a little house. So of course you have to make use of the space as best you can. And she shares with her dad, so he's got his stuff in here too.
Yes.
So it's a real interesting mix. And you can definitely see, look how pretty these are.
And then I've always dealt with a couple of customers, especially that needed yarn right away. And I'm assuming some of them are used to the yarn taking a little bit to dry, or they get it a couple days later, which is typically normal. I mean, it takes a minute to dry. I have 3 regular fans, and then I have this big industrial fan that helps dry the yarn within probably 2 hours. So,
ooh. Oh, that's awesome. So, and then this here is her Plentiful Bounty colorway that she likes so much. We love it too.
Yes.
Brea, thank you so much for taking us around.
Oh, thank you for being here.
And showing us your dye den, as it were.
Apologies for the mess.
No worries. I mean, we're all creative. We
Yeah.
know what that's like. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to shop Brea's show, lovelyarns.com/ridiculous. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We have over 900 subscribers now. When we get to 1K, we are having a giveaway. We will have 5 winners. To enter, all you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, comment on any of our videos, and you will be automatically entered to win. Hooray! So thanks again so much for watching, and happy stitching!